And welcome to join me. I'm Kijang Henry at before the 6:15. Now let's begin with our headlines. In a story of courage and determination, a young visually impaired girl in Kongsemba is rewriting what is possible. Longsi stood alongside her peers at the Group 6B sub-center to sit for the Certificat d'études primaires, the French language first school living certificate. Her story is one of resilience, hope, and the power of community support, proving that disability is not inability. As billions flow through Cameroon's public contract system, silence has too often paved the way for corruption. But now, members of the Ministry of Public Contract Anti-Corruption Unit are breaking that silence, urging citizens and stakeholders alike to expose malpractices and reclaim accountability. And the lady who reportedly killed a woman and stole her 4-month-old baby in Yaounde has been hemmed by security operatives. The suspect was neutralized while struggling to disappear to Equatorial Guinea. Coming to you live from our studios in Douala, the 6:15 news rolls on in a jiffy. You can now check on us on our respective platforms for continuity. Now we begin from Yaounde, where it is a chilling incident that underscores the growing wave of violent crimes in Yaounde. A woman who allegedly murdered a young mother and stole her 4-month-old baby has been apprehended by police. The suspect was intercepted while attempting to flee to Equatorial Guinea. Now, this growing act adds to the rising number of homicides and criminal offenses in the capital, where cases of murder, assaults, and theft is alarming. Hi, Cynthia.
Out of frustration and desperation.
We are sorry for that poor quality of that report, but we'll be coming back to it as the news unfolds. I'll move straight to Kongsemba, that is in the Mongo division of the Littoral region, where a visually impaired people defied all the odds in her pursuit of education. Elvin Langsi actually took part at the Certificat d'études primaires, that is the French examination of the first school living certificate. She sat at the Group 6B sub-center. And of course, our story is that of hope and resilience. Ambo Gladys Duba.
In the early hours of June 10, 2025, as peoples across the nation prepared for one of the most important exams of their young lives, Elvin Longsi was amongst them. Unlike the rest, Elvin is visually impaired, but that didn't stop her from showing up ready and determined. Though she came alone, Faith stepped in, a kind-hearted woman, initially at the center to accompany her own son, noticed Elvin's difficulty and offered her help, a gesture that made all the difference.
À ce jour, je compose mon step. Je suis malvoyant. J'ai bien étudié et j'espère passer.
As the examination started with the dictation paper, Elvin calmly set about her work, putting all her preparations into practice. On hand to observe was Romain de Pesquido Kemaju, the divisional supervisor for visually impaired students, who assured Elvin received the support she needed.
It's still this problem of timing. The braille reading is too slow and the time given is not efficient to make the blinds read and write in time.
Officials at the Group 6B Center conducted a full tour of the site to monitor conditions and check on all candidates. The same spirit of commitment was visible at the Anglophone Sub-Center, where all registered candidates turn up for the day's test.
It's not absenteeism. They're all present, as you can see. It's just the phasing. And we can see the environment is very, very calm. We just believe and trust that by the grace of God tomorrow, this environment will become as it is today.
Meanwhile, Evin is determined to succeed and hold her very first official certificate in hand, a powerful reminder that education is for all and that determination knows no barrier.
Thank you very much, Ambo Gladys Vibank, for that report. For courage to Elvin Lonsi. Now, speak out or you pay the price. This is the message from the ministries or the Cameroon's anti-corruption unit, Canal, under the Ministry of Public Contracts. And so there is this renewed campaign to make sure they sensitize officials and stakeholders alike on the dangers of corruption that is crippling the society. Let's have the details with
the Sensitization and Communication Day, organized by the Anti-Corruption Unit of the Ministry of Public Contracts, has brought together public contract actors and members of the civil society to highlight corruption risks in the process of studies and award of contracts in Cameroon and propose solutions.
Elle sera jamais facile parce que nous connaissons bien les résistances qu'il y a généralement autour de la lutte contre la corruption et de la prévention en matière de lutte contre la corruption. Mais nous allons mettre tous les moyens pour que cette lutte soit effective.
Some of the malpractices discussed include the award of contracts to service providers without legal existence, award of contracts to contractors with little or no financial backing, and late payment of executed contracts.
Nous mènerons des enquêtes, des descentes, des investigations à la suite des dénonciations et nous pensons pouvoir arriver à notre objectif, atteindre les résultats attendus.
The workshop will give new members of the anti-corruption unit skills and insights on how to better control, prevent, educate and report corrupt practices in the public contract sector.
And we move over to Bonanjo, which was long regarded as a serene residential administrative district in Cameroon's economic capital. It's now in disarray with gaping trenches. Once smooth, it is not easy to ride through Bonanjo as there are persistent hold-ups. Sherifa Saleh.
Bonanjo, the bustling district that houses government offices and cultural landmarks such as the Maritime Museum, is experiencing a severe road crisis. Commuters on the main roads, particularly the stretch leading to the Littoral Court of Appeal, are met with deep cavities, some large enough to trap vehicle wheels.
We feel very uncomfortable seeing such deep holes in the heart of Douala City. Those in charge should do something. It doesn't reflect well on our nation. Just yesterday, while trying to avoid one hole, I fell into another, and the tire I had just bought for 12,000 francs got damaged.
Despite repeated complaints from road users, no substantial repairs have been carried out. Residents and business owners are calling on municipal authorities to intervene urgently.
It is real disheartening. It's been over a year now. We started as small holes, but after a while, it generated to what we are seeing now. It is worth recalling that all our competent authorities use this passage all the time.
In the absence of official action, local groups have begun marking the most dangerous spots with makeshift barriers and warning signs.
Imagine driving through Bonanjo and constantly breaking down because of the bad roads. We are at the garage almost every day.
However, these stopgap measures offer little protection once night falls. As the roads in Bonanjo continue to crumble, commuters remain caught in a perilous daily routine, hoping for swift remedial work before the damage becomes irreversible.
Well, thanks very much, Sherifa Saleh. Well, now we go back to this story in Yaounde. It's very chilling incident that underscores the growing violence or growing wave of violent crimes in Yaounde, where a woman was accused or allegedly murdered a young mother and stole her 4-month-old baby, has been apprehended by the police, and the suspect was intercepted while attempting to flee to Equatorial Guinea. And Hyacinth Cha is telling us that this gruesome act has actually come to add to the rising number of homicides and criminal offenses in Cameroon's political capital.
Out of frustration and desperation to bear a child for her husband, after many years of marriage, she decides to go to any extent to get a baby. And in the course of her diabolic mission, she targets an 18-year-old lady and her newborn. A tragic scenario that started along the Mbalmayo-Yaounde road on May 8 after the young mother shared her precarious situation with a supposed baby thief. Arriving in Van bus station, her plan was already structured. She makes a gesture of being some bread for Gabriela that took her life.
Instead of stealing only the child, she killed her by giving to her a poison. She gave the poison in a dish, and she went away with the child.
Collapsed and rushed to the hospital, she gave up the ghost, and medical reports reveal she died of poison. Alerted of the situation, the police launched an intensive search to retrieve the baby and crack down on the culprit.
Our investigation led us to the man with whom Esan Edang Nazarin was living, and we offered to take the baby. We identified the family of the mother of the child. We give back the child to the family of the mother that have been murdered, and we afford to take the Esan Edang Nazarin, who was already on her way to cross the border. She wanted to go to Equatorial Guinea.
20 years old lady in custody to answer for crime, murder and baby theft.
Customers will henceforth do monetary transactions from the comfort of their homes, and these following the official launching of the African Diaspora Credit Union. Funds will be channeled from the diaspora, of course, through remittances, as we hear from our Southwest Chief Correspondent Ines Ondwabala.
A new era in financial inclusion has begun in Cameroon with the launch of the Africa Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited, located in Limbe, Nambeke Street, in Fako Division of the Southwest region of Cameroon.
We will be using a brand new groundbreaking digital banking software provided by Camco, our affiliate, for our banking services.
Africa Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited has implemented a cutting-edge digital software which enables customers to conduct financial transactions from the comfort of their homes. The microfinance institution seeks to facilitate monetary transactions and investment, making it easier for individuals and businesses to access financial services. According to Eric Inwachu, president of the board of directors, a renowned Southwest-based investor, the Africa Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited aims to bridge the financial gap between the diaspora and African countries with a special focus in Cameroon.
We are acutely aware of the unique challenges and difficulties that our diaspora brothers and sisters, some of whom are watching, often face when considering managing their financial investments here in Cameroon. The geographical distance, coupled with a lack of transparent and accessible channels, has historically presented significant hurdles leading to frustration and missed opportunities, business opportunities by them. We also understand your concerns regarding mistrust of the system and the complexities of navigating this system. Your desires for a reliable, secure, efficient, transparent, and accountable financial institution.
The Africa Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited is committed to serving small business owners, bike riders, taxi drivers, and other entrepreneurs in Limbe and beyond. With its affiliation to Camcool, the microfinance institution is poised to make a significant impact in the community.
We have members. Our membership now is mixed. We have about half and half in the diaspora, in America, in London, in Asia, in Africa, and then in Cameroon. The other half is here present at home. So it's a hybrid. We have half and half. We anticipate therefore that we'll be having a larger volume here in Cameroon, who will put in their 50,000, 10,000, 100,000, and those in the diaspora who have millions to put in. But then everybody counts.
According to Dr. Tienchu Jonas, General Manager of Camcool, the African Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited was born out of necessity, driven by the need to adapt, evolve, and lead in the financial sector. The idea behind the African Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited was inspired by a visit from Dr. Omar, a Pan-Africanist who expressed a desire to create a sense of belonging for Black Americans and diaspora communities in Cameroon.
Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union. This is a new model in Camcool network, and that's why you see me here present in Limbe.
The general manager of Camcool expressed his satisfaction and optimism about the African Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited microfinance potential for success.
23 at a meeting held at the Tower, legal tower, during a maiden first visit of to Cameroon by Dr. Omar Johnson Fatunde, a renowned Africanist based in the United States.
With the resources and expertise in place, the African Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited is expected to excel and become a leading player in the microfinance industry. The launch of the Africa Diaspora Cooperative Credit Union Limited marks a significant milestone in the financial sector, and the institution is poised to make a lasting impact on the community.
Ines Daniel Ongwabala drawing the curtains for this edition of Face 615, in which we got information that a woman who allegedly murdered a young mother and stole her 4-month-old baby has been apprehended by the police while attempting to flee to Equatorial Guinea. Lee Piju will be coming up with the brief. The actuality from all of us is goodbye for me.